Home is where the heart is, as they say. It should also be where you have your best furnishings. Now, have you given any thought to redecorating?
Oh, hello. Lovely, aren't they? I've collected gnomes since I was a lad. My family said it was unhealthy. It made me take stock of my life, and I realised I had to make a change. So I cut off all contact with them. Now it's just me and the gnomes. They're my best friends, especially Jonathan. He's like a brother. See, I would actually die for him. It's his birthday today, you know. I ordered a special present for him and everything, but it never got here, unfortunately. But you couldn't find out what happened to it for me, could you? Great, great! Now, this package, like I said, it's very special.
I have no doubt that the people of Brightwall will end up following you. Merely...
Nothing but that worthless hunk of stuff. Love it, guys.
Here, are we to refrain from defending ourselves until an outside agent has employed us to do so?
No. Looks like he might have something good on him. This better be worth it. Go on then. Use fire if you can't fight. That's some kind of spell.
Time to rip out someone's heart and lungs. Guess who's eight? I should have brought some marshmallows. We say it was a fight to the death. Really? It doesn't have to be. A great way to make money is to start making pride.
We gotta keep people in line.
Always look out for sales.
You never know when I'll put one on.
I'm not going to drink the money. I'm not stupid. I'm going to spend it on liquor and drink that.
You are looking pretty great.
That's grand, thanks.
Jonathan's been a bit depressed lately, but he'll cheer up when he sees what I've got for him. Right, let me see. Now then, here are the instructions. Prepare your display area in pride of place. Done that. Ensure that your garden ornaments are facing your gargoyle with unbroken line of sight. Check. Face your gargoyle, stand confident, take a deep breath, and say in an authoritative voice... Oh. Gargulus multipolus us.
start every day with a healthy breakfast. Don't eat wild mushrooms, they could be toadstools. Don't play with matches. You should never move an injured person.
Oh, this is the greatest day of my life! Wait until I tell my family. Oh, I forgot I've stopped talking to them. Oh, who cares about them? This is mind-bogglingly amazing!
Well done. You have gathered quite an impressive following in
In the
Brighthall.
morning when
This
I
should be
wake up
more
and
than
I
enough to
stumble
convince this
out
little
of
hamlet to
bed.
send aid to the dweller.
I put my body
I believe
out
Samuel
on
awaits
my
what the
little
town makes to
white
express
hand.
that very sentiment.
You, good sir, you who live in such a you will find the legendary lost play. Splendid.
Turn back now, mortal one. Stay away from this only death place and insanity await you. Don't pick it up! No, really, I'm serious. You lot just can't leave well enough alone, can you? Bloody literary tourists, bane of my afterlife. Listen, you. You're not getting my lost play, you hear? It's rubbish. Worse than rubbish. I mean, what was I thinking mixing tragedy and comedy? I must have been off my rocker.
It would seem, my dear fellow, you have been apprehended by the ghost of Philip Morley. That makes us both his captives. I am Ransom Locke. If the name seems familiar, it is because I was once a detective of some renown. And yet, here I am, ready to live out the rest of my days, trapped in a book. As far as I can deduce, we are currently in a scene from one of Morley's greatest romantic plays, the near tragedy of Oliver and Ethel. I believe if we are to escape, we must act out the scene. But performing is not one of my talents. If I am correct, putting on this costume should set things in motion.
Oh, Ethel, my love, my life, my son. If thou wouldst but give me one sign, one gesture that would speak of your affections, then might I think this grey existence worth living.
Ah, yes, a classic moment in the play. You are Ethel, the beautiful young daughter of a dung merchant. Show Oliver that you love him, and we may be able to leave this scene.
My heart is yours, my love.
Let the heavens and the seas, the toads and the eels sing the song in my heart, for she doth love me, and all is well. We shall meet again in the morrow, my little ferret, and elope into the sunset to live out our days in wondrous joy.
A magnificent rendition. Truly, I applaud you.
I see you are gifted with remarkable literary cunning, but can you really comprehend the depths of my work? That we shall see.
Ah, yes. This is undoubtedly a scene from one of Morley's earlier, funnier plays, Bloodbath at the Royal Court. And this must be your costume. The role of the fool is one filled with tragic depth. It will require a masterful performance.
What fresh insolence is this? Out of my throne, you impertinent buffoon! Stand before your king, and do your jester's duty! 'Tis a troublesome time for this court, and my crown grows heavy. So make me laugh, or I shall have your head.
Kuchi-kuchi-coo.
Oh, stop, it's too funny. I believe I'm in the right mood now to meet with those foreign delegates. I think I shall only behead half of them, yes.
I have never seen a more convincing fool. There is hope for us yet.
You handle my royal dramas as well as you handle my romances. But will your versatility extend to the more subtle domains of theatre, I wonder?
Oh dear. Unless I'm mistaken, this is a scene from Morley's notoriously violent historical epic, Titus the Mutilator, Part 2, which would mean this is the gladiatorial arena from Act 5, where Titus is finally slaughtered by savage warriors seeking revenge. A favorite scene of mine as a child, I must admit. And here is Titus's famous costume. I had some pajamas that looked just like it. Put it on and you will take on the greatest role of your life.
Titus! Thy pox-membered body shall pay for thy monstrous villainy. My son lies dead because of you. Now shall revenge be mine, cold as your corpse and all the more flavoursome for it.
Do try to make your demise convincing.
I can tell you can handle a gun, but can you handle me? We're under fire! Keep your heads down, boys! Strike you! Wow! Running good! Keep your heads down, boys! The scumbag's shooting at us! I'm sorry. It's all been a misunderstanding, really.
Titus has fallen! Vengeance is mine at last! But what is yonder scar upon his cheek? No, it cannot be. He was my son! Oh, woe and wretched misery! I am undone. My heart breaks with grief. It has beat its last. Adieu, unkind world. Adieu.
A tremendous performance. For a moment, I believed you truly had passed on. I wonder what scene will follow now.
Oh, what scene could possibly follow such a masterful rendition of my work? You have brought such depth of meaning to my words, I stand in awe. You have earned the prize no mortal has ever been honored with before. My missing play. I entrust it to you, for I know that you will do it justice. I call it The Ham Sandwich. A metaphorical title, of course.
Ah, you have retrieved our aged investigator. Happy day! Have you, perchance, found...
This is no time for perchances, Lambert. The play! Do you have it? We're saved, Lambert!
Oh, the joy in my bosom knows no bounds! Thank you a million times! Thank you!
His head bosom! It's already working! Comedy and tragedy will at last join hands!
Hark! Bear witness to the tragic futility that is man. Oh, how it doth sear my senses to see paradise and yet to be barred.
That reminds me of a great joke. A guard, a monk, and a chicken walk into a bar. Unfortunately, the bartender had had a mild heart attack that morning, so none of them get served.
And yet what purpose doth heartache serve when the infinite, dark blanket that is death falls softly upon our still beating corpse?
That reminds me of another one. A corpse walks into a bar and says, "Can I have a lemonade?" "Certainly," replies the bartender. "I've never seen a stiff drink."
And so endeth our happy, sad play, which reminds us we are made of nothing but clay. There's time only for our fool to say,
"Great big giant bosoms!"
What the hell was that? Biggest load of old tosh I ever saw. It didn't even make sense. Worst play ever.
I'm beginning to understand why Philip Morley never published this particular piece of work.
Esteemed citizens of Brightwall, today we demonstrate the generous nature of our fair town. For too long have our mountain neighbors suffered in silence, and now we extend a helping hand. But this effort would not have been possible without the courage and determination of one man, the son of the old hero king. From this day, we shall know you as the hero of Brightwall. Before you leave, we ask of you one favor. As we pledge ourselves to you, so we hope you will pledge to return Brightwall to its former glory and reopen the academy which your father founded.
I will.
Very, very good, very good. I expected nothing less from you. These volunteers shall carry the supplies to the dweller camp. They may have them with our blessing. I hope you will return one day, not just as our hero, but as our king.
If you can't find what you want,
No
it's not
finer
worth
goods
buying.
in all of Brightwall. Best shop in Brightwall. You'd be mad to go anywhere else.
We have everything you could possibly need to maim, hack, and slaughter.
Oh,
it's you again. The one that convinced us to keep the chickens.
Thank you for what you did, though I will say it was a strain on our marriage for a little.
That it was. I didn't want to let the birds out, and she said chickens weren't meant to be cooped up. Of course, I said the definition of coop is a place you keep chickens.
Finally, we came up with a compromise that worked for both of us and, more importantly, made the chickens happy. We don't let them run free, but we let them do the next best thing. Run races.
First of its kind. Though I expect it'll catch on. Gives the chickens an outlet for their aggression and allows us to maintain security and control.
Would you like to bet on the next race? It's very simple. Speak to Horace by the track. All profits go to... well, mostly they go to buying more feed. They're voracious eaters.
Top that!
Come in. Mr. Cluckles comes from a long line of chickens. Mr. Cluckles, you're looking at tail feathers now. Avenger is slow today. Oh, all the others are fast. And there's Avenger, last. Look at them go! Have you ever seen such speedy chicken? And there's Mr. Cluckles, your winner! What a showing!
I don't mind losing. What I object to is them taking my bet on a chicken who wasn't even running.
That Horace is an odd sort. And I caught him chatting up my wife. But he is the best cluck caster in Albion.
Ah! Gave me fright. You're not going to attack anyone with that?
You won't find anything better in all of Brightwool than the stuff I'm selling right here.
You have done a wonderful thing for the...
Our hero returns, bringing good tidings. And supper. Damn thing doesn't open. How do you open? Oh well, I never thought you'd actually get it, tell you the truth. Boulder. We've been blessed, my friend. We have made an alliance that has already brought us life. One day, it will bring us much more. We require but one more offering before we fight at your side. Boulder, promise to restore these mountains to their full glory and to protect our right to dwell in them, and promise you will bring nothing but the fiercest justice upon Logan's head. I promise. Then may we be carried into the castle by the dark storms of fury!
We'll have to wait a little longer for that. It's still just us against a whole army. We need to recruit more people.
I was afraid you'd come over all logical and sensible. Well, you have brought us a feast, and we are free to hunt again. We'll just keep on eating and drinking till you're good and ready. Right, Border? He couldn't be happier.
You have made an important ally today. The revolution cannot hope to succeed without fighters such as Sabine and his people on your side. You have the beginnings of an army now.
Making enough to live comfortably? Well, that's all any of us can...
I couldn't be prouder of what you've accomplished here. But there is still much for us to do, and I know just where to find our next allies. I'll meet you at the station in Misty when you're ready. The revolution is just getting started.
I don't like you.
There must be somewhere I've got a wardrobe nearby. Not a small house either.
Stowmarket. I've heard they're running really low at the moment.
Doesn't seem too bad. What do we really do? Brilliant place that. Wish I was there right now. What's wrong?